And we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. So, wanted to first of all do big waves out there. So, good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you guys for tuning in with us tonight. And we are just over the moon excited to share this app with each and every one of you. And so, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that we can walk you through what we're all so excited about. So, maybe let us know in the chat if you don't mind. If you have already downloaded the app, will you guys put a 1 in the chat for us, just so we have an idea if you've already got it, if you already have it installed on your phone. So it looks like, okay, so it looks like we've got quite a few that already have it installed. If you're just checking it out and you're not sure yet and you don't have it yet, feel free to put a 2 in there. I just want to see kind of the ratio. It looks like we got a lot of ones. I don't know if we have any two. Okay, we got a 2 in here as well. So we're going to tell you a little bit about how to use this app and what it can create for you, but it's going to make a little bit more sense when you already have it. So just know that the app comes with a free trial. So when you download it, you have a week to use it without getting charged. So you want to put a reminder. I don't know if it's going to remind you. My app store is not set up to remind me when something like a subscription is going to get started. So maybe set a reminder in your phone for 6 days. Use it, check it out, because this truly is phenomenal. So Jen, it looks like you might be having an issue. We can help you with that. But I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we're going to walk through this here. And I'm trying to work the waiting room a little bit as well. So just bear with me. But our goal tonight is to walk you through the strategy basics, because what we've seen with this app is it is incredibly powerful if you use it. But when you first look in there, there's a bunch of different sections, there's lots of different stuff in there, and you might not know where to focus. So our goal tonight is to share with you where to focus, how to know what to look at, and what to do for each of the sections. So I'm excited to have Haley on here with me tonight, and we're going to absolutely bring as much content as we can. But I want to kick it off to say, what in the world is our goal here? Like, why did Coach Palmer create this for us? Why did he think this was important for us to use? And what are we supposed to be doing with it? So, our goal, right, is to continue to make our 2-a-day posts, right? The system of growth posts we know and love that has hopefully already created phenomenal business for you and for your team. And we're going to continue to make those posts. But then at the same time, we're going to go grow our engagement. So, what does that mean? That means more people are going to see our twice-a-day posts so that they can absolutely become our customers. And then we're going to interact with brand new people every single day. And what is that going to do? It's going to grow our business, because I don't know about you guys. I'm not here to, play around. I'm here to grow an empire. I want to build something that my kids can take over someday. And so this app has multiple sections, and I keep meaning to bring up a screenshot of it. But the section that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to tell you the main course of the entire app is the portion. So when you look at the bottom of the screen, there's 4 different sections. The one that we're focusing on, and the one that I recommend that you focus on, is called Daily Workflow. And this is where the magic is. And I'm going to back up really quickly and just let you know that every single activity, every single piece of this recipe that we're going to talk about has been tested and proven, and not just by us. Like, this has been proven by the creators of the app that has created millions and millions and millions of dollars through in multiple industries through this activity. And what Coach said was, I want this for our people. And so he brought it to us. And so we've been testing it and working on it for about 5 months. Haley would know, for some time now, to make it as good as possible for all of us to go grow our businesses. And so we're going to focus on the daily workflow. So what does that look like? Like, what are we going to do every day? Well, we're obviously going to make our 2 posts a day, because that lets people know that we are open for business, and they know who to go to when they want to create health in their body. So we're going to do that. And then there's 10 items that we're going to go through as we keep going. But then there's 10 activities that we're going to complete every single day. And if you're like me, you might look at that and go, oh, You want me to add in 10 things to do in my day? I'm busy, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Once you get this down, it does not take that much time, and it's going to increase so much screen time for people on your content that you will realize that it's well worth the few moments that you're going to spend every single day. But all of these pieces are like ingredients in a recipe. So I want you to picture that you're having a bake sale. So Jen and I are both, we're going to have this bake sale, and I think I'm a little bit bougie, and so I'm going to go to Whole Foods and I'm going to get the organic flour and the whatever, like just the best ingredients in the entire world. And Jen's smart. So she runs to the local grocery store and she gets a box of that, whatever brownie mix. And she runs home and she adds her 2 eggs and her cup of milk, and her brownies are delicious. And I work all day and I forget the sugar. But I've got beautiful ingredients, but I forget the sugar. And I go serve it and they're disgusting, right? So what would you prefer? You're going to prefer the box mix because it had all the ingredients. So these are the ingredients for this. And my recommendation to you is to do every single action every single day, because that's what's going to create the massive engagement on your profile in order to go create success. So you might be asking yourself, okay, well, that's a lot. What am I going to talk about? Like, I'm supposed to make, and we're going to talk about those posts in a minute, but I'm supposed to make a few posts every day on top of the system of growth posts. Like, what in the world am I going to talk about? And I'm going to say lean into your brand. And I'm going to make this as simple as I possibly can. And Haley, if you don't mind helping me with it, but this is how we kind of want to be seen in the world. So this is who, you are. This is who Andrea Rosser is. This is who Haley Lee is, Tom Booth. This is how we want to be presented out in the world, kind of our authentic self and what we're genuinely interested in. So my example is kind of being like, maybe a little bit crunchy, a little bit granola, homeschool mama. Haley, you want to talk a little bit about you and the different categories, how they can plug themselves into them?
Yeah, so I would say for me, I'm more of a CEO type mom, boss mom, if you will. My background's corporate, and so that is who I feel like is a representation of myself. And then under that big idea, so let's say that you kind of circle your big idea in the middle of your paper, and then beneath that, you want to create 4 different pillars of interest that apply to you. Okay. So let's say, for example, the first one would be your connection to Partner Co. Maybe you love the fact that these are all natural and non toxic products. Maybe you love the fact that they are alternatives to prescriptions. Or maybe you want to focus on the financial side of Partner Co. Whatever you find of value and is most interesting to you, that would be your first pillar, right? And it doesn't have to be Partner Co. We just use that as an example. But then maybe you want to think about your hobbies, right? What do you enjoy? For me, I love to travel. Fitness certainly is another one. And then, sorry, the chat popped up. And then cooking. For those of you that love to cook or bake, you won't find that on my list of things to do. But I'm not very good at it. That's why you don't see it there. The next pillar I would say is, what are you passionate about? Maybe it's homeschooling. Maybe it's parenting. Maybe it's German Shepherds. My German Shepherd turned 2 this weekend. So if you go look at my page, you'll see a happy birthday reel of Mila, who turned 2. And then you will also see faith is a very important piece of who I am and what I try to share a lot on social media. Then you want to think about a space of interest. So, what do you enjoy? Do you enjoy reading? Do you enjoy investing or learning how to invest your money? Maybe it's home design and decorating. I love to decorate. I love to design. I'm ready to get my Christmas stuff out and start decorating. So, whatever your interests are, you want to think of those things in 4 different pillars, and you want to tie it back to your big idea, right? And that's kind of the content themes that you'll be sticking to as you work through the daily workflow.
Love it. Thank you, Haley. And I would
Yeah.
say, sometimes this can feel a little intimidating, right? You're like, oh my goodness, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Well, I wouldn't fret too much because guess what? You can always evolve. As humans, we're evolving. Guess what? Your Facebook can too. And so I would just start and don't worry about doing it perfectly. Just kind of have some ideas for yourself and then just keep going, keep moving, and just get the activities done.
Yeah, so a call to action post would be asking your audience to engage with you. Maybe you're asking them a question, right? Maybe you're telling them to comment below for whatever action you're wanting them to do or perform. The SOG, the system of growth, transformational post. Comment below if you want more information, that kind of thing. As far as your business call to action, you really want to keep that to once a week. And so keep that in mind as you start posting.
Perfect, perfect. So next you've got to create a reel. And if you've never done a reel before, where I was like, I don't know how to make a reel, guess what? We live in a beautiful age where we've got knowledge at our fingertips. So go search it up. Go to YouTube. How do I create a reel? Ask your favorite AI, how do I create a reel? Go on to canva.com. You can use the free version and go search for reels that are already made for you. You can literally go to your Facebook page and add 3, 4, 5 photos to a carousel, like a Facebook post that has multiple pictures. And guess what? It'll ask you, do you want me to turn this into a reel? Say yes. And it will walk you through the steps to how to turn that into a reel. You can use the Boomerang app. We're going to talk about it every training that I do. It's my favorite reel that Haley did. It's cost me a lot of money, if we're going to be honest, but she did a little tiny reel where she's literally doing this using the Boomerang app. So you guys have all seen that app. It's, part of your phones now. She's literally doing this and talking about her manicure. Well, guess what I did? I ran out and I got that manicure. So I hope she gets paid by it. We're going to figure out how to make that happen in the future. But just figure it out. And again, don't worry about doing it perfectly. Our goal is just to get something done and out.
Next up is educating. You're going to teach on something that's of interest to you, right? So maybe you're sharing a recipe of the day. Hint, there's a lot of recipes in the circle of health. So you can go grab one from there. Use the resources that you have at your fingertips because that will make this a whole lot easier. Maybe you're reading a great book and you want to share the basic outline of it with your network and your audience in order to teach them what you've enjoyed. Maybe you want to share how to get your German Shepherd to sit. The only way I know to get my German Shepherd to sit is when I have food in front of her face, which would actually get me to sit too if I were her. But use the tools that you have available to you because that will make it so much easier to just, like she said, get it done. Done is better than perfect, always.
Always, always, always. So the next thing is engage with your network. And I think that this is probably where I've had the most fun inside the app because what it's doing and what we may not realize is that when we scroll, right? You guys can all picture your Facebook, and when you scroll, what do you see? You kind of see the same people all the time. It's like, partner co person, maybe your best friend, your sister, partner co, an ad, right? It's all people that you see the same all the time. And guess who sees your content? Those same people. Only about 1% of our network, of our followers, of our connections are going to see our posts on any given day unless we branch out and we switch up the algorithm. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go interact with people outside of our newsfeed and we're going to go make a little deposit into their emotional bank, right? We're going to go attract people to our content. So, how are we going to do that? And I'll tell you, um, sometimes I do things the hard way. So I did do this the hard way. And then I was talking to Coach Palmer, and he's like, well, this is what I do. And I went, dang, that was a lot smarter. So I downloaded my friends list and made it a little bit more difficult. But what you can actually do is you can make this really easy on yourself is go to your Facebook. and click on the three little lines in the upper left-hand corner. When you click on that, it's going to show you your friends. You can click on the friends again, and then if you slide over, you can actually get to a way to sort. So you'll be able to see this sort button. And if you look at this right now, if I didn't sort, I would be interacting with the people that I interact with the most. This is my daughter. We've got Coach Palmer on here, my sister, a gal, Michelle Zosky. So like these are the people that I've interacted the most with recently. So if I go interact with them again, does that help me with my business? No, absolutely not. So I'm going to sort. I'm personally going to go to my oldest friends first, the people I've been connected to longest, and I'm going to set the timer on my phone for 15 minutes. And you're just going to go through on each of them, and I'm going to go make a comment on their last post. So maybe it's Tom. So hi, Tom. Good to see you. And I go to his last post and I'm like, oh my goodness, Tom, that was a great costume that you wore for Halloween. I absolutely love it. Did you take the kids trick or treating? I don't know, right? We're making things up, Tom. But I'm going to go ask him a genuine question. I'm not going to be a weirdo any more than I normally am, right? I'm just going to go ask a genuine question on his post. Now, say I go there and there's no content for the last 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and beyond. I'm like, wow, I wish them happy birthday in 2022, and there's nothing on their wall after that. I probably want to unfriend them. And we can get so caught up in the numbers. Oh my gosh, I have 300 friends and now I only have 299 if I unfriend them. We get go so caught up in the numbers that we're actually kind of harming ourselves because we want engaged people on there. Person that's not on Facebook is never going to join my business. They're never going to buy my drops. So I want to make space for somebody else to be in that spot so they can see my content. Now, what if it's your grandma? Right? She's never going to comment, but she's going to be on there and you want to keep that connection, then keep her. Don't unfriend your grandma, your great Aunt Sally. Like, let's not be mean. But the people that there's just no need for them to be filling that space, remove them because that's going to make room for, remember, only 1% is going to see your content. So if that 1% isn't on Facebook, your content is not getting in front of people.
All right, next up is an entertaining post. I like to keep things lighthearted as much as possible, which I know is hard to believe coming from an HR background, but I really do. And so if you go to my camera roll, first of all, you're going to see about 30,000 plus pictures, a lot of which are my kids or my dog. But there's also a lot of funny posts that I grab from different people on social. Maybe I'll go over to Instagram and I'll see something there and I'll save it to my camera. Um, Find different funny memes. You can actually even do a search for funny memes on Facebook or on Google. So again, exhaust your resources when it comes to available options, but you can actually even post a picture of something that made you have a feeling, right? Or made you laugh. So go search for posts and content that will entertain your audience because everybody needs a little laughter within their day.
Love it. Love it. So next is the motivate post. And these, again, we don't need to overthink any of this. And one thing I didn't mention yet, every one of these, when you go to do them in the app, it's going to post a little video telling you how to do it. And I've been using this app like consistently for probably 4 weeks now. And I still watch the videos every time. And I will say, there was a minute there that I stopped watching the videos. And then I think I kind of got off track. And then I went back and started watching them again because they give you tips each time. It's like, oh, I forgot about that. So one of the things, the little video, it says, don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't make it harder than you need to. Go find a quote that spoke to you today, right? Go find a verse of the day that speaks to you this afternoon. And if you're going to type it, pick a color. You know how Facebook makes those little color block posts where they're just a specific color? Mine are pink, right? You pick your color and just stick with it because what will happen subconsciously every time people see a pink color block, they'll think, oh, that's Andrea. She brings me good quotes, so I'm going to go check it out. But that, this can be so simple. Anything that made you feel a little motivated today, go share that on your, your page tomorrow.
And don't forget to post in your stories. Again, you can make this super simple for yourself, and you can simply copy one of your posts and share it into your stories. You can also go through your camera, go to your favorites, find something. Like I posted one of mine today, not to my stories, but one of my posts today was a video that I recorded when we were in Bali over the summer, right? I made a reel out of it. So go back to pictures that you love or video content that's meaningful to you and share it in your story, share it on your page. But post to stories is an important piece of making these brownies perfect.
Yeah, love it, love it, love it. And then share content into your groups or into groups. So you're going to take one of the posts that you've already made and you're going to go put it in an applicable group. And so how do you know? You're like, what group? What group am I supposed to be in? So you remember those areas of interest that Haley talked about at the beginning of this, where she's like, what's the thing that connects you with Partner Co? You're going to go join some groups that align with that. So maybe it's that natural living or it's, financial literacy. I don't know, but you're going to go join some groups that align with that. With your hobby, you love to play pickleball. Well, go join some pickleball groups and maybe some, I don't know, strength training groups that help you be a better pickleballer. I don't know. I've never played, but you go find some groups that align with that hobby. What's your passion? Are you a mama? Well, go join some moms groups. Or are you an entrepreneur and maybe you're a serial entrepreneur and you just love the entrepreneurial spirit? Well, you join some groups that align with that. Maybe you're in some Christian living groups. Doesn't matter, but you're going to join it. I'm in a bunch of groups. Literally, my favorite one is I have more books than friends groups. Like there's actually quite a few of them, and that it's just a bunch of book nerds that I can relate to. You're going to join these groups. And as you're making your posts, like maybe Haley's in that German Shepherd group, right? And she's going to post her puppy's 2-year birthday video into that German Shepherd group. And she might say something like, you know what? Some people say they're dogs, but I'll tell you, this is my third child and I love her to pieces. And you know what? All those German Shepherd parents are in there going, oh, mine's a baby too. Mine's a child too. I'm in Golden Doodle group, so I know because we're all like that too, where I'm like, look at my baby girl today. And these complete strangers go and comment on it. But I'm going to post it on my wall and then I'm going to share it into that group. Why? Why don't I just go to the group? Well, because when I'm going to be in that group, if I'm a member of that group, I'm going to say, "Oh, Haley just shared a cute picture of this German Shepherd of this video where we have something in common. I'm going to go follow her on her actual Facebook page." And by sharing it in there, you create that level, a little bit of level of connection where it makes it easier for them to come find you. I can't even tell you how many friend requests I've received in the last 4 weeks where it says things in common and it's like book nerds or homeschooling moms or whatever it may be. But the only thing we have in common is that group. And that's how they found me. And that's how we're getting connected.
I'm just answering a question in the chat real quick.
Well, then I'll do this one while you do that. Um, I
Okay,
tried to
it's
do that
done.
before and I think it might have shown on the screen. Well, then you go for it. Go ahead.
Either way. So you also want to reach out to somebody through Messenger. This could be somebody on your team. This could be a customer. It can be anybody, right? But the goal is really to start a conversation through Messenger in order to be part of this daily mix too. And so it just needs to be one person minimum. If you want to do more than that, then certainly you can. I had several messages today myself, and it's just that back and forth conversation to get people talking to you.
Love it. Now, the whole time you hopefully have seen in the bottom right-hand corner, Haley said it a couple times, done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. And we mean it. And my recommendation for each and every one of you that get onto this app, I'm going to suggest that you go work on getting each item done, right? get in there, open the first one, call to action post. Okay, what does that mean? That means I'm going to ask them to do something, right? And I'm going to get it done. And I'm going to make a reel, and I'm just going to pick a video on my phone. I'm just going to post it as a reel, get it done. Like, do it just poorly, for lack of a better term, right? Just get it done. And guess what? Then you can improve over time. The little videos that are part of each section are going to help you do it fairly well in the beginning. And then once you have a week, maybe 2 weeks under your belt, you're going to see increased engagement. You're going to get excited because you're going to have more interaction. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to love it. But then after that, you do have the ability to improve. And what you can do inside the app under the training tab, there is a section that says creating content to build authority. And there's more in-depth training in there. But I'll tell you, when Haley and I were talking about this, we're like, oh, we got to, go watch these videos again. We got to go do this again. And I'm like, well, what did you do to increase your engagement through the roof? And she's like, well, I just watched the quick videos and I did the content. And I'm like, well, that's what I did too. And we didn't go and become experts. We just started with the activity, and it's absolutely moving the needle. So you can go back a couple weeks in when you feel like you've got the flow down, then you can go worry about getting a little bit better. And that training is there, it's ready for you. There's also a section in there that's called Coach in Your Pocket, and it's going to help you create some of these posts. So it's all AI driven. And it's going to continue to change and get smarter and smarter and smarter over time, where you can say, you know what? I want to make a launch post that's product based. And it's going to ask you some questions. You go answer it, and it's going to go give you a post that you can go grab and go put on your wall. So there's additional tools in there that will help you, but we're going to really focus on that daily workflow, because that is where the absolute magic happens. And we're just going to say that we want you to begin with the end in mind. And what does that mean? Like, what is our goal here? And it's to increase engagement in order to have more eyeballs on those before and afters that we know attract people to us, and allow us to get those customers that then we then love on to turn into our brand partners. And this is going to allow us to recruit more people. So that's really what we wanted to share with you tonight. And we wanted to let you know that we are going to be doing more of these this week. So tomorrow morning, we will be back at 10 a.m. and we'll be repeating the same thing. So you're welcome to come back, but you don't have to. Just know we're not changing it up. We're going to be doing roughly the same thing tomorrow morning. On Wednesday, we're going to be doing the same thing, 10 a.m. Thursday, we're going to be doing it again. And Friday, we're going to be doing it again. So tomorrow or tonight's the one nighttime one. And then we're going to be doing them in the mornings the remainder of the week. But here's the thing. You're busy, your people are busy. You've got, other people that weren't able to get on. They're always recorded, and they're always on Coach Palmer's YouTube channel. So that's what we wanted to share with you tonight. Haley, do you have anything that you would like to add as we close it down?
The only other thing that I was going to say is many of you have your Facebook profile set to professional mode because you schedule your SOG posts, and you can schedule these posts as well if that will help you. So
Love it, love it, love it. I was looking through the chat to see if I had, how do you post the system of growth from the app? So you're going to continue to post your system of growth posts just like you always do. So you're going to go to boards, you'll grab your post, you'll open up Facebook, you'll grab the post out of boards. So you're going to continue to do that just like you always have. Now, do we have different content in here? Yes, we do. But you can absolutely you want to be doing the system of growth just like you always have. So profile updated successfully. Allie, I don't know what you're saying. So I'm trying to see. Okay, you
she's
keep
saying, yeah.
you keep updating your profile and your data won't keep. So I am going to say, let me throw it back. Well, I'm going to put it in the chat if I can. Hold on. I'm going to try to copy this email, because there is support inside the app, and shoot, hold on. So sorry. We're struggling over here to copy this address. There is support inside the app, and we have an email address that you can message so that if you have a tech issue, I wish I could help you with tech, but I can't. But if you have a technical issue, like something like that, where it won't stick, something like that, you can email them and they are getting back to us very, very quickly. So just know that you'll get a response within the next couple of hours and they'll get that fixed for you. But I'm going to go ahead and stop actually the recording.